Hello. Calimera. How's your day? How's things? How's life? How's everybody doing? Okay, so here's the thing. I wanted to stream as usual, our little operation, but there's one more small problem. I don't really feel like it today. Well, it's not like I do not want to stream. It's like I do not want to do again the same stream I did yesterday. So let's slack off a little bit. That's what I'm saying. We'll probably get to business eventually, but for now I just want to take some time a little bit to enjoy a little bit of relaxed time. So let me tweet that I'm streaming real quick. Give me 1 second. What do you write? Definitely. There we go. I always have errors on how do I write that. So today I have found a dumb way to pass our time for a little bit. Apparently they have some kind of tournament on Apex Legends, VTubers, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's go watch it. Yeah. I mean, we don't have anything better to do. I mean, even police officers have to slack off a little bit. Okay, let's see here. First, let's go to Peach real quick. I want to see Amalie's point of view because I know she will also, participate. So yeah, she's already participating. Oh shit! But I do need something better to to present all this. So here, have the footage real quick, and I will. Wait a minute, that's dumb. I need to window capture not this one, the Google Twitch. That's right. Can you do that for me? Right here. Yep. Okay. Why am I in front of Monarch? Excuse me. Right here. Can I now check another window? No, I cannot check another window. Fuck. Okay, I will check another window on my other screen then. I guess. You keep looking at the... Whoa! Where did all my fucking... Whoa. How did that happen? I swear to God, I don't know how that happened. Wow. Okay. You keep watching. You keep watching. Enjoy some television at the prison, basically. But first, I need. Wait a minute. Can I find something that basically, gives off the idea that it's actually, as a layer. Oh, this one's good. Yeah, this was perfect actually. Okay, let me save it real quick. Okay.
I'm gonna take that.
And now I'm gonna have to Photoshop it a little bit.
Look for this caustic. You ready?
Yep. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, shoot. Caustic, dead, nice.
Dead.
I have stopped playing Apex, truth be told.
Do you have Astral?
Not gonna lie. It's been a long time since I've played Apex.
Okay.
For real.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either.
Damn it.
One down. God, I'm gonna die from that. Die from this. My game froze. My game froze, bro.
Oh, damn! Ah, that was unlucky.
Yeah, that's GG.
I wouldn't really call it GG if you know you found yourself in such technical, you know, unfairness basically. But then again, you can't really do anything about it. So I guess
I said yeah.
I didn't hear you say anything.
Yeah.
it's one thing to lose because someone was better than you, and it's another thing to lose because you were lagging or some shit.
Doesn't matter anyway. I'm fucked. My game's frozen.
Oh man.
I got one down too. I got Aster down.
Oh.
Maria got you down though.
Oh, this doesn't work well.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get kicked from this.
Rest in pain.
Honestly. I'm still frozen, so.
Just dropping from the ring? What's happening here?
There we go. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That's so good. Oh, yes. That I love this. Oh my god. now you're gonna laugh.
I don't think I can.
Wait. Where am I? Okay, right here. Let me name it real quick.
Get, I'll just stay like this for the rest of the match.
Oh. Is it purely frozen?
Yeah, I'm still alive. So. Dash is still alive.
Okay, let's see. We've got this done. Let me go. Let me go to
What can do about that? Here, I'll show you.
to OBS real quick. Screen. And let me put the image real quick.
One's gonna have to give him a screenshot because I can't do it.
Oh. It's okay, it's okay.
The screenshots are only for if you
Okay.
got the most kills.
And now let me fix it real quick. Behind me, but not behind the stream. The other stream I'm talking about. Let me make it a little bit smaller.
Oh no, I got asked.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
There we go. Perfect.
Waste.
Perfect. This is how I make my streams. Oh. Yeah. Hard at work, I told you. I told you.
I did.
Oh, and it back.
The circle
We need to have some you know, some fun time ourselves, you know. So
down one, and then
we're still technically we are on duty, but we're not on the case yet. Get it? So that's why we watch Apex World Cup over here. Cause I do not have it on the best of
not on Storm Point.
position, but I guess it's good right here.
I'm still stuck.
Oh, it's actually bigger on the as the window. Oh, now it's better.
Isn't it like the farthest?
Chat, hold on.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Now it's perfect.
My stream?
Now it feels correct.
Yeah, because I can't see anything.
I can screen share for you.
I'm gonna put it on stream.
Not this.
I'm gonna put your stream on stream.
I do not want to change the
It's behind.
The TV. I want to change the
Oh, I mean, oh no, wait, yeah, we can't do live.
Yeah.
the window. There we go. Now it's perfect.
Alright, hold on.
Now it feels correct. Let's enjoy. Let's enjoy the Apex World Cup right here.
Hey yo, GG's, nice try. Thank you, Blur.
It was a nice try, as I've said before.
Really much we could do as Dash said it. Like it wouldn't have mattered. Even
When you get pinned down like that, you can't. It's not easy for. It doesn't matter how good you are. It's almost impossible to get away.
I told you.
Ironically enough, many times on these battle royale games, you really need to also have your god to have God by your side. I can't even I can't even express how many times I have lost a game because I was unfortunate. Anyone who plays these battle royale games, they know that
Should I have waited? 'Cause
it's
I
not
a Phoenix kit, but
a simple thing to just
I asked if
you
she
know
had ult. She's apparently said yes, but
win
calm through, and then she just
without having some luck.
no, I think it cut her out.
Even still, I didn't want to ult immediately. Alma was 1 HP.
As I said before, I haven't been playing Apex for
One guy up top, and then we could look back.
well over a year. Then again, I wasn't really that good at it, but I was capable of earning, my first. I was good enough to be be called a casual at the very least.
Guy up top. Yeah, you would. You mean your screen froze?
I never really played for,
Time, and we're still
being a ranked champion.
even if you DC, we're still in a better spot. That's what I
Even though I had played ranked matches, I don't remember if I ever earned a champion in a ranked match. First person shooters don't really appeal to me, truth be told.
Really said no Apex for you.
Honestly.
They don't really appeal to me mostly because
It's like, sorry, you wanted to play in a tournament? That's cute. That's pretty funny. Do you have the thing? Then?
mostly because I do not find them really unique. Like for me, they are fun, but at the end of the day, it always comes down as how good of a weapons you have and how good you are wielding that weapon. And that's why I do not really like that. Not like it, but this is why I feel like it has become so repetitive, and that's why I got bored of it. Like I was playing Call of Duty. I have played Call of Duty. I have played Battlefield, obviously. I have played Apex. Like all of these games are first-person shooters, and they are great. But at the end of the day, they are very similar. When it comes to winning, like they do have different mechanics sometimes in order to, change the pace a little bit. But you get me, right? It's something that it's something that
Next time.
Um,
We got pretty shitty placement this time around. It was pretty bad. Even like the tournament like managers were like, shit, that's bad luck.
yeah.
So we got two like the worst ones. So we kind of knew that we were gonna contest the fourth one because our
I just wanted to kick
placement's so shitty. I mean our drop spots were really shitty. That's what I meant.
Excuse me. Let me
I think we did pretty good for
let me pause the music.
ourselves, considering like how many amazing players are in this tournament.
Let's focus on
Proud of us.
the actual sport.
I feel like there's definitely things that we could have done better. I mean, I could have not gotten knocked that first one. But yeah, there's some really incredible players in this tournament. So
Well, these people have been playing Apex on the daily, so
against people that you respect and admire. So yeah.
that's why whenever it comes to actually, playing a game that
God, Valk is so OP. Shit.
when it comes to me wanting to play a game seriously, I do not really want that game to be a first-person shooter. I am searching for alternatives. Like, I am searching for games that are genuinely good, they have actually a competitive fan base, but they are not a first-person shooter. For example, I am.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They got pinned
Oh,
down.
man.
Damn.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Pretty much they only had a car, like a truck against a mountain, and they Maggie queued, and so they
Oh,
only
shit.
choice was to like take the queue through the car or to go around it, and they like tried to like play the bumper of the car, but they got down. It's pretty gross.
Yeah. This is a
They're just kind of in shambles.
very bad position right there.
Oh, I might reset. I don't think the team's gonna let him know. I'm gonna give you a play as if I was the commentator.
Yeah, you do that. You do that.
Oh, really?
Okay, team whatever this is, they're gonna reset. They're rezzing behind the car. Are they gonna Maggie Q again? Ooh, they got.
I told you.
That's kind of bad. That's kind of shit. Okay.
Apex World Cup right
Is
here.
dropping a bat.
For
They're gonna
VTubing.
reset. Wow, this is kind of wild. Are they gonna clutch this? Who knows?
Who knows?
Wow, their Bloodhound just gave them a med kit. That's pretty poggers. They're gonna reset. They were in shambles and now they're set. They're
Excellent.
still behind this car though, and they've got to rotate. And they've got to rotate pretty far around the mountain, where there's a team there waiting for them. A team in a car. It's always great.
So, I search for games that are a little bit more interesting when it comes to competitiveness. For example, I am really good at
On all angles.
the Last of Us multiplayer, the factions multiplayer.
All angles. They're coming
It's a
for them.
third-person shooter, but it's you know, it's a survival first-person, not third-person shooter.
Never ending.
Meaning that you cannot
Never
just
ending
go,
action.
you know, Call of Duty
360.
guns blazing in
Oh my lord.
Ooh, they're shooting at a car. That's a lot of damage, actually.
in that game.
Ooh, ooh.
You have to be very strategic when it comes to how are you going to spend your bullets, and that was something so appealing to me, because that means that
Ride.
people will not just.
Baby ult. Oh, shit.
Damn. People are not
They're playing
really
between the- whatever you
able
call
to
this.
rush you when they don't have much ammo. Get it? And that's why I actually played, you know, The Last of Us multiplayer
Ooh,
like a madman.
it's
Like I
huge.
love that game.
Will they get shot
And-
at the sky?
And when
Oh, Bloodhound is
damn.
dead in the sky. Bloodhound is dead in the sky.
Wow.
Okay. Their Bloodhound's out. Their Valkyrie is out. Their Horizon has 1 HP and a dream. Will she pop this off? No, they're dead.
Damn.
That's it for the team that killed us. Shit. Okay, now I'm watching RPR's team. They have 8 kills. They're looting the team that killed us.
Man, Axel Ragis and fucking RPR, they are very fucking good. They won the previous match actually, right before my stream started. And that's why I was like, let's go watch.
RPR is shitting out nades.
Let's go watch
Like,
Apex.
I've never seen him shit out nades before. There's a real nade shitter over here. Ooh, he killed someone in the sky. That was pretty nice.
Look at that accuracy, what the fuck?
The screen is glitching.
I have never managed to kill anyone in the sky, in any game, really. I have tried many times, but I was never able.
Okay, they just knocked their Gibby. They're screwed. They're fucked. They're getting fucked from
Yeah, they got cornered, yeah, oh, yet again.
Oh, they're playing in. These are knocked. These are the best knockdown gamers I've ever seen in my life.
Knockdown gamers.
Holy shit! 2 of them are knocked. 1 of them's alive, and they're just. Ooh, never mind. They're all dead.
Damn.
Oh,
He did a huge number on them.
oh my god, they have ring. Again.
Man, all 3 squads left, oh shit. This is gonna be good.
Axel died.
No, crap.
It's just Regis and RPR left.
No,
There's 3 squads remaining.
damn,
I don't know
6v2.
who the other squad is though.
Oh, for commentator next tournament, I'm planning on it.
I think it's a solo. I think there's 1 solo and then there's these 2 teams.
I'll
You
go
think?
in So I can just like ult F4 and leave.
I will. Okay, RPR is picking out the
Hold on,
solo.
I'm just gonna leave the lobby real quick. Yeah, because that's hurting my ear.
Man, these are the kinds of situations where I
you
get
just hearing
so
audio?
stressed.
I was just hearing the fucking circle.
I cannot really manage to,
Oh, weird.
you
I'm
know.
still stuck in there.
Oh, this team is just playing the boulder.
Oh,
Expert
the,
boulder
the
players.
circle closed on them though.
Expert boulder players.
There's one solo, I think.
Crap.
Ooh,
They got him.
RPR's down. Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Just Regis. You got it.
Damn.
They're gonna try to res. No, they're not. Never mind.
Regis cannot. There are still 3 squads.
Ooh,
Damn, and they were so good.
Regis got Maggie queued. That sucks. Ooh, he's sniping.
He's fighting well.
That's doing the most.
Look how fast-paced this shit
Okay,
is.
they're out.
They got
RPR's
him by the
out.
back. Bullshit.
Third place. Okay, so it's just the finals to it, but it's a whole team and a solo, I think. So, oh, no, it's a team of 2.
Yeah, I told you there were 3. Yeah,
Duo.
2, 3. I knew they were more than 1.
Ooh, they got sucked. They got sucked hard. They got sucked so hard.
Damn.
They got sucked like they never got sucked.
They never got sucked before. Never seen such a sucking. God damn.
Damn.
Oh, game over. Shit.
Damn.
Oh man. The duo won, I think. I don't know.
Check. We'll check my some.
So, when it comes to competitive games,
I choose you. They came second.
yeah.
That's Dito, isn't it?
Who's?
I'm pretty sure
who
it
am I
was-
thinking of?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Dito and RPR in
Who's?
this.
When it comes to competitive games, I always search for a game that is actually kind of unique to me, in order to, you know, start playing seriously. So,
2 kills.
The Last of Us multiplayer, For Honor, ah man, I spend many hours on For Honor in order to learn how to be, you know,
Man, that was wild.
just basically good on For Honor. And now I'm actually decently good.
Good games.
Too bad people don't really pay attention to these kinds of games because, like, for example, For Honor, it's a game where you are basically in,
Encore.
it's basically hack and slash combat. It's like a more structured Dark Souls kind of multiplayer, and I actually love that aspect because, simply enough,
Still watching your stream. It's still
you know, it provides this this thirst, the fact that you're not playing with guns anymore. This is the one of the things that actually, as you guessed, is what made me bored of first-person shooters, because of the fucking guns. I got bored of guns all the time.
Those were the cards we were dealt.
The Last of Us multiplayer is different because it doesn't give you too much ammo, so that means you cannot use the gun all the time. In The Last of Us, many times you will find yourself using a melee weapon,
what goes on. What happens.
or even your fists. You might use a bomb many times. You will probably use a sheath if you get a sneak kill, that is.
I left.
And that's the thing. Like,
I've still got
this is what really like pulls me into these other games. It's not just go in blazing.
It was just perma-frozen.
And when you are outnumbered, you really need to be smart in order to be able to, you know, overcome the situation. In For Honor, I never got 4 kills. By the way, I have gotten 3. I think I have gotten 3 kills, 3v1, but 4v1,
The delay.
ultra difficult. I'm telling you. When they gang up on you, you cannot repel them.
Dash, are you gonna
Do
be
some
playing?
comfy Pokemon.
No, I'm probably gonna work out.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna go play some comfy
At
Pokemon.
4:30 a.m.
6:30 actually.
What?
What?
Oh, they're talking about.
Oh
We
shit.
just got to the part where we're talking about the sucking.
Oh, don't play that. Don't play that part.
Oh,
Don't play that part.
well, you fell right into it.
Say so, streamer. Ooh.
Like they've never been sucked before.
Oh, this is chat. They're not playing that in the thing, are they? No, this is chat.
Oh no.
Okay.
Damn.
That's chat. I'm kind of
Very well, very well.
Keep
Another game which I am actually very good at.
So much adrenaline. that I
Knockout
can't fire.
City. Knockout City is the first game ever that I managed to get to the top tier.
What do I do? Do I keep streaming?
It's not really too difficult if you are persistent,
I'm not even
but it is
tired.
difficult if you don't have actual teammates who are, people that you know and you have actually, came up with strategies together. I played Knockout City, and many times I found myself carrying others because, well, you have a very high chance of actually, being randomly picked, having a team randomly be assembled by the people who Quake many times. And many times when you get to the very high levels, the very high ranks, there is a slight possibility that you might end up
Okay.
being with a rookie
Bye.
in the team. That's why
Oh my! Now it's just you looking over the banner.
it's it was technically difficult because I didn't have other people to play with.
I'll wait for the results. I wanna
But
see who won.
I managed, and I love the fact that I managed. And sometimes I'm thinking, man, if I get to the point where I can actually, afford a capture card, maybe I should start streaming online experiences like that.
Same players that just like I respect and admire.
For example, they say, I'm not sure if it's true. It has not been announced, but they say that there is going to be a The Last of Us factions multiplayer that is a standalone title with the upgrades of The Last of Us 2. And even though I personally didn't like the story of The Last of Us, I love the gameplay. I was in love with the previous game's gameplay, but with the fact that added up a little bit more to the to the sequel, it made it even better. You can do even more now because you can also go prone, and basically it gives you more diversity, and I love that.
We already got second. We got 10.
So
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
if
Hey.
if I have a chance, I'm telling you, if I have a chance and I actually, be able to afford the capture card and the
I guess pretty good. Like we got 50%.
and the game actually comes out and I
Yeah,
buy it,
pretty damn good.
I'm gonna be one of the best. I'm gonna stream my journey as one of the best factions multiplayer in The Last of Us 2.
You can also stop your stream and it will reconnect if you do it immediately. I think it's like, I forget how many minutes. I think it's like 2 minutes. But yeah, you can stop stream and then immediately restart stream and it will.
I need
it'll
to fuck
continue.
with the audio a tiny bit though.
What do you mean? If I pause and then start again?
You. But it's for in case like your power goes out and stuff.
I see.
I don't get it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, but thank you so much
Yeah,
for inviting me to
thank
this
you.
tournament.
That was fun.
I'm so sorry about the phrasing.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault.
So
Yeah,
to play
Kimmy,
on a NA
how dare
tournament.
you?
That was it,
control your
It's over
phone
already.
and internet. Like,
God
how
damn
dare
it.
you? It's all your fault.
I'm gonna go play my exit light real quick. Be back.
Okay.
Tell me it's not fun to watch others, being competitive. Oh yeah, I was also decently good at Taken 7 as well.
We would kick ass.
And I am a mad fan of Taken in general. I have been playing Taken since Taken 4, when I was like 6 years old. I didn't know how to play well, but I enjoyed the game for what it was.
Go to sleep.
And with Taken 7, I actually bothered to learn the story a little bit better, learn the characters a little bit more.
Okay.
And
Good night.
now that Taken 8 is coming out, I am drooling. Like, I really want to play Taken 8. But there is one small problem. There isn't going to be Negan on Taken 8.
Yeah, I'll probably just
Negan was actually my main on Taken 7.
exhaustion will hit me. I think.
If it's not Negan,
I haven't stayed up this late since like college. I think.
oh,
I get tired at like 8 p.m. now. I did pretty well for myself. I think.
okay, I understand.
Whoa, up late / early? Up early, baby. You know me.
What's that sound?
Oh, My one monitor just died.
Oh,
Hello?
you see, this is what I love.
Like, yeah, right?
I-
Like now.
I don't like it, but you know, even if you are someone who is basically big, you don't big as a streamer and a profile person in general because people know you. Bad things will happen anyway.
Damn, like GG's to the winners. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was a good
Amazing
match.
job. Oh, I don't think I told you guys who won. Let me do the team PIL, I think. They got first. Rest and Ping, which is RPR's team, and Axel and Regis, they got second.
Oh, they managed. Ooh,
Zero got third. I do not know.
I've been actually, I have been watching them a little bit. I know that they have been playing a lot.
Team got seventh. Zombie Cat, which is Ollie's team, got eighth, and then we got 10th, which I feel like is pretty good. 10th out of out of 20 teams, we beat half the lobby. I think that's pretty wicked.
Well, top 10, true.
Win.
True.
Me for having picked up this game just recently, getting to play with really cool people who are really awesome. That's a win for me.
Oh no! She cut off. She moved on. She closed the stream. Did she do it by accident or she did it?
Raid her.
What happened?
No, she's still streaming. Am I just not following her?
What? I didn't do that.
Why is she not in my?
What the hell happened?
What are you guys doing? You guys are up stupid.
What? Why is she not in my? Why is she not in? Whatever. Let's go ahead and raid Kimmy.
Okay.
Me, VT. Oh, let me read through the thing. Sorry, I said I would do that and I forgot. Healing and Harm, thank you so much for the 4 months. Somewhere in the multiverse, Monarch is an Apex Predator rank. Not this one, though. Not yet. Listen.
Never say never.
Kingdom, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Thief Dobby, thank you for the tier 1. Panda Chan, thank you so much for the little raid. Thank you. King Titan, thank you for the 100 biddies.
As I said, other than Negan, my other main is probably Miguel. But I'm not really used. Like, I really want to learn how to play as Jin
I can now feel the brain
in
cells
Tekken.
leaving
But, you know, I don't know. Jin, oh, excuse-moi.
my brain. Wow.
Jin is actually, you know,
Titan Slayer, thank
the
you
kind of
for-
character that
Thank you.
he knows traditional karate, and I really love that. But his combos are a little bit.
Delayed
I don't know. I think that they do not reflect me very well.
I will keep I'll keep the ending screen going so that it doesn't get cut off. I
Ok.
forgot about that.
Okay?
Oh ma.
Still learning.
Thank you guys so much for hanging this late or early, wherever you are in the world.
We are somewhere in between. It's like 3 p.m. here.
Sale is on my website, so if you want to pick up anything, any gifts for yourself or your friends, I have body pillows and mouse pads and
That was fun.
15% off if you use the code.
Now I have to move on with my actual duties. God damn it.
You could also use the command shop in the chat to get that.
You can never have enough.
But yeah, everything's
Peace.
15% off, and that ends Monday.
Duty always calls.
Just before Monday at midnight.
But I really want to talk a little bit about competitive gaming a little bit, so I will actually steal a little bit more of your time, if you don't mind me.
Thank you so much for all the love and yeah.
You know, now I'm staying here because I want to earn the points from the raid. If she's going to raid anyone, really.
There's no scuff. Oh, my monitor almost breaking. Fair. Okay, well, have a good night. I'll probably play Pokemon this week. We'll see.
Have a good sleep, Amalie.
Good night. Bye.
Later. Bye. Let me close the TV real quick. Oh shit! One thing. This music. I love her theme, and I cannot find it anywhere. Fucking damn it! Nobody has uploaded it. But it's so like it has such good ambience. Listen to it. Am I gonna get copyrighted for that? I hope I will not. But if I do, it's worth it. It's so good. The music. I do not know who made it. and I do not know if it's anywhere on the internet, but I cannot find it anywhere. I just want to have it because it gives me a peace of mind. I do not know why. I love these ambience kind of soundtracks. Listen. I cannot get it any louder. But you're listening probably. I'm sorry, I'm actually enjoying the music right now. One day I'm gonna have music like that as well. I will commission music like that. Or perhaps I have an interest in learning how to compose music. Learning how to compose music is not really as needing to play every instrument yourself. It's more like being able to read, a note sheet. How is it called? It is a sheet, like a note sheet. Yes. Which is basically you have to read notes. And if you know how to structure music properly, the only thing you have to do is just write down the music and write down its what kind of instrument its pattern, basically. Well, not pattern, but its note is played by, and there you go. You basically have to ask after that someone to play the specific instrument on that structure you have made. And that's how you can compose music. I know that because I have actually searched it a little bit, but I never truly made any music myself, nor I had anyone to teach me. So I do not know much, but I know the basic idea of what is supposed to happen. Of course, learning how to structure music is not something that it's simple. But I am a sucker for music, not gonna lie, because music most of the time is what really. Her stream is ended. Okay, close the TV. I cannot find that music. Let me put on my music. I like jazzy music, but not gonna lie, cozy ambience. What? Soft ambience? Maybe can I find soft ambience free copyright music? Nah, it doesn't have anything of that, specific you know. Let me take off the TV. By the way, I love this TV. This TV kind of asset I basically found. It's since I cannot really not commission my own assets. When I find something for free and it's just perfect, I always adore it. I just found it as an Google image. Many of the things that I have are basically something that I basically borrowed. I do not really claim them. They are not mine. I just put the final touches in order to apply everything, such as my hat or my ribbon or my badge. All of that are just assets I found that were free, obviously. I do not like taking other people's work if they are not meant to being shared. It's not fair. Music. I was searching for music. This is all I can find. Very well, I guess. Good enough. Okay, look. I have a feeling that, what I'm doing, it's fun and all, but it will get repetitive if I keep doing it the same way every time. Because not gonna lie, I did get the idea that, it did felt kind of boring now. Like, it got a little bit boring. So I have to wrap my hand around the fact that, okay, how do I move on from here? Truth be told, I'm not sure. So basically, I'm gonna keep making this stream. I'm probably gonna keep on with the idea that, this is actually, just a relaxing stream. When I find myself in a situation where I feel, well, not stressed, neither frustrated, but kind of worried. A little bit worried. This is basically the best I can describe it. I feel like, what, maybe I should stop thinking about it for a little bit. But, okay, not gonna lie, not this time, it's not like we have anything more to do. Like, November is ending, and basically all that's left is this stream and the next, and then I'm gonna stop doing this, police work until next year. This is how I feel it should be. But let me tell you something. It doesn't... It's not technically something that I want to abandon completely. But still, it doesn't really feel complete. Like, I can't really get the message across if I do not find a way to make it not just interesting, but basically appealing. Like, okay, it is for the lows on that, but not many people would probably love to see this stream the way it is. It would have been better if if I had something more, something more, something to basically give variety to these kinds of streams, but nothing really comes to mind. So what I'm thinking is that, instead of going to do police work on Twitter, basically, because only on Twitter I can basically find actual evidence, quote unquote evidence. It's something that I should probably do more of a scripted kind of thing, Like, if I'm going to show something, it's going to be something that I have, it would be like a lore kind of thing. It would be something more well thought out, instead of just doing a random stream. Like I said yesterday, like the one, when you have like a couple of streamers, what they do is they basically create some kind of form for their viewers to write something, and then they will, review them and approve them or decline them, depending on what they find basically interesting. You see, but that is kind of more structured than my streams, because you basically have already a set goal. Review what people have sent to you. I right now don't really have anything in mind, so yeah. I guess my streams are kind of a mess. But at the same time, I do not really feel that bad about it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I need to find out what works and doesn't work. And right now, I tried out something new. For the first time, actually, because I have never done anything like this before. So I now know what works the most and what doesn't. So what comes to my mind is the fact that, okay, you know what, maybe the report card should not be in the stream. It should be out of the stream. What I should do was just, review, the accounts and streamers in general without adding that boring part. And that's what clicks for me, I have to remove what is boring and only add what is interesting. Excuse me? Uni, how are you? It's all about connections, etc. Some people take time, some people get instant followings. Look, it's not just about, in my opinion, it's not just about connections. It's about how well structured you are and how good is your your quality, basically. Like, if you're doing something and you have like a huge budget behind you, you can make it look as beautiful as possible. Like, imagine it like a video game. How many video games that look ugly have actually piqued your interest, and how many video games that actually look good have piqued your interest? Get it? So that's the thing. When someone comes into your stream, the first thing that they actually, doesn't click to them, like the visuals, for example, it's something that it makes them want to drop out immediately. Like, that has happened to me, like, as a viewer. On a note, love your art, reminds me of Ace Attorney, it's brilliant. Hey, thank you, but it's not my art. I do not draw. I just, put everything into place. I'm more of a, look, if I was to say what am I would say I am more of a director. I am not the person who builds the Lego cubes. I am the one who builds something with the Lego cubes. What I'm trying to say is that, this model wasn't created by me. It was created by Free Me in Friday. I have his link on the description on every stream of mine. And the office itself, it's actually something that I created through Sims 4. And I just put a shader on the picture itself. Like, I adjusted a little bit the effects in order to look a little bit more noir. And I appreciate the comment. I meant the general direction, it's great. You mean the aesthetic? Yeah, I get you. I'm glad you like it. Well, this is the idea that I have when it comes to, investigating basically people who are criminals in many ways. In criminals, in culture-wise kind of saying. In case you haven't seen the comment I made before, you're actually the first person who has said first in my streams. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hey, not gonna lie. I wanted... When I checked your Twitter yesterday, I was like, okay, who is this person? And I actually didn't believe that you're going to be technically a degenerate. And like, I scroll down and I see this naughty art, and I'm like, okay, get busted. Many of us need arresting in the most safer way possible. Hey, look, it's not just about arresting people. It's about the idea that I had. It's like, let me explain it to you a little bit, because you're probably gonna like this. The idea that I had is that you cannot really remove the idea. You cannot really remove the need for someone to want to see something with fan service. Get it? So, as long as something is wholesome and people respect it, quote unquote respect it, like they are not really dirty about it. That's what I'm saying. They are on the clear. But if it's actual like exposition, like something that it's straight up a degenerate thing, that's what gets you busted. Basically, you have to be cultured and not horny. This is like how I separate it. The people who respect it are the cultured. The people who are dirty and basically they just do horny things are called degenerates. And I took these aspects because of the people who have created this, not people, the internet itself that has basically created these concepts. You know, the horny jail, get bonged, degenerate, you're cultured, all of those are probably terms that you have heard before, right? So I took these terms and I'm like, this is it. This is what it clicks. You just need to have structure. And I am trying to provide that structure a little bit, but it's not as easy. Because as I said before, a concept might be good in your mind, but it's not really executed as well when it comes to, actually doing it. But you know what? It's something that I do not want to abandon, because I know that people are actually going to keep coming back on that. Like, just because, okay, just like last year, this year people still, had Not November as a quote-unquote this Ethernet celebration. But that doesn't mean it won't happen next year as well, right? People will not abandon that concept. When it happens, people are always looking forward into like new events in some way. I do not believe that Not November won't be a thing next year. So with that in mind, I'm like, okay, you know what? I shouldn't abandon that. I should keep it in mind. I should keep at it. And I should, I will be probably more prepared next year. Assuming the role of the cop, it's both hilarious and at the same time kind of ridiculous, because it's just a standard meme month now. Yeah, exactly. It is technically a meme month. And that is actually something that I do not feel like people are going to forget about it. Memes come and go, but they never truly die, especially the ones that most people always come up with something new to add. And I believe Not November will not be something that will, fade in obscurity. It will happen. And when it happens, I will be there to see who is the naughty person, who is the cultured person, who is the one who basically, really needs to be thrown in the deepest cell. But again, what I was saying is that I need to find what is most interesting, what is most boring, and find a way to balance that. Like, the boring parts shouldn't be on the stream. The interesting parts, I should focus more on them. Like reviewing other accounts. That's something interesting and something that most people actually enjoy watching. Because, many times you will find me doing something stupid. Not because I wanted to do something stupid, but because someone in their account might, upload a naughty picture and I will not be able to see it before it's shown on the stream. So, yeah, that is just something that provides, the kind of like the lols, basically. But when it comes to actually writing down the report card, that's something probably I should keep outside of the stream. Because, You play any games? Of course I play video games. Well, look, most of the video games I own are on the PlayStation, but I do not have a capture card yet. This is something I whine about almost all the time. But I do have a couple of games on PC, like Hades and Rise, Son of Rome. So I do play these games. I haven't completed them yet. Like I played Rise, Son of Rome on Wednesday, and I will probably continue it on next week as well. Not next Wednesday, because next Wednesday is the last day of the month, so it's going to be one of those streams again, the Cultured World streams. But I will definitely continue playing these games. I also like to play visual novels. I played the Find Love or Die Trying. That was a very good visual novel, and it was free. Look, every video game that doesn't have, too much demand on great game. Yeah, Hades is always great. Yeah. It's a very, very well structured game, and it has very nice visuals, very nice presentation, you see, so that is also like, you see, most people were drawn to Hades not just for the gameplay, but also because it has a good aesthetic. Get it? So we're going back to, like, it's like a circle. We're going back to what we were saying before. Any video game that is basically not brand new. I love visual novels. I love that you love them. It's something that, they always provide, even though they are just, basically words on a piece of, words on a picture, basically. This is what a visual novel might be. It still always provides so much entertainment. Even something as simple as that, and you can always have fun with that as well. Any video game that basically has like it's not very, very heavy on my PC, because I don't have really a very good PC. It's decent enough, don't get me wrong, but I cannot really play video games such as, for example, I'm not sure if the new God of War would be able to be played on my PC. I'm not sure how powerful my PC is to run a stream and at the same time be able to lift a video game of that, of that much demand. But it plays Rise, Son of Rome very well. So it's like, okay, my PC can play video games that have come out before 2015. This is what I have actually, managed to discover. And at the same time, it should be something that I would be able to own. Because I cannot really spend all my money on just a video game. So, despite that, if I was to spend all my money on new video games, I do not really have the audience to watch that. Because there are so many more channels who do that. Like the new Pokemon came out, and all of the streamers, like more than half of the streamers that I have subscribed on, they were playing that Pokemon, the same game. And even though it's nice to see other people's reactions, I do not really like to provide like the same content as everyone else on the same period. Get it? Like if I was to play a video game, I would rather have it not be on the trend. Because then I am trying basically to compete with other people who have better structured streams, better presentation in general, and at the same time, they have bigger audience than me. So I cannot really compete with people who have already doing this way before me. So I have to find a way to be more unique and not provide the same kind of content as everyone else. And this is something that is reflected on the video games I play as well. Like, I play video games which first I can afford, and second, they are not very, famous at the period that I am playing them. in hopes that, maybe people will find me because they will see my reaction to this game it's not very, it's not very well known, or either it's not very remember at that kind of at that same period. Get it? Man, this music is like elevator music right now. Oh. I get you. Yeah, I love that you understand. If you go, like many people say, go with the flow, but go with the flow doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do exactly what others do. Like, go with the flow, it's like, for me, it's more like a thing you should actually think as be cool with other people for what they like and what they do, and if they invite you to something, then go with the flow. But if you are to go with the flow, basically do exactly what others do, that doesn't really give you an identity yourself. So I say go with the current, go against the current when it comes to such situations. Music, oh, it's super low for me. Oh, sorry. Let me tone it up a little bit. Sorry, I do have music, yes. This entire time it wasn't very audible, right? Sorry about that. Honestly, I hear it way louder on my earphones than I do not really know how it sounds on my stream, actually. Sorry about that. You see, that's another thing. If you don't have people to give you feedback on how a stream looks, how would you know if something is wrong? Streamers do rely a lot on the feedback of the viewers themselves to know exactly what they need to fix, what they need to, focus on. So, no, nothing to be sorry about. I'd love to ask how come YouTube ATM over YouTube ATM unless you're streaming well. Look, when it comes to Twitch, I do have actually a stream. Excuse me. I do have a channel on Twitch, but I stopped streaming on that channel. I was streaming a year ago, but I realized that it's not actually very easy for me to adapt on Twitch. I for the most part of my life, including when I was learning on the internet kind of lifestyle, to say, like when I was learning internet in general, I was mostly on YouTube as a viewer. I'm talking about right now. So I tried to streaming on Twitch and it didn't go well. Like, I was streaming on the daily, and I was streaming at the very least 3 hours, and nobody came to my stream, not even for like a joke, not even for 1 second. And that was something that was, discouraging to me. But on YouTube, I feel a little bit more comfortable. So I decided to abandon the Twitch channel of mine. With, like, it still exists, but it doesn't have any new, and I'm not planning to keep streaming on that platform, at least not for now. And I decided, you know what, it would be better for me to just focus on something that I do feel comfortable on. Because I know some people strictly don't do Twitch, but I would totally agree, Twitch is a weirdly aggressive market to get into. Well, yeah, it is aggressive, not gonna lie. It is actually, Twitch is like, it's just for streaming, right? So people are very used to streaming at the very least like 4 or 5 hours. Well, I cannot do that. I cannot stream for so long because first, it's tiring. Second, it's not really worth it if not many people come to watch you, right? Like, there is this thing they have, the subathons. And I'm like, how the hell do these people do that? I mean, okay, you know what? If they can do that, they want to do that, it's possible because they really don't have much else and basically streaming is their job, then good for them. But I personally, you know, I live with my parents. I do not really have much time because I have other kinds of, you know, how would you say? I'm looking for the word, activities. Yes, I do have other activities to do. So I cannot stream for too long. But I cannot really be competitive if I do not actually, you know, cover this kind of demand. So, yeah, Twitch for the most part, it's actually more aggressive than YouTube. That's true. And again, you really need to have good structure. You really need to have some kind of way to draw people to you. Some kind of talent like music, for example, singing. Or you really need to have some good presentation. You really need to find an identity quick. Because if you do not, and you just do what everyone else does, nobody will come to your streams. Last year, when I was streaming on Twitch, I was streaming Hades. Right? And Hades last year was actually still very, you know, new, basically. People definitely watched a lot of Hades last year, right? Well, guess what? Nobody came into my stream. And as I said before, it was discouraging. Because, okay, it happened once, it happened twice, it happened for 2 whole weeks. And then you reach the point where you're like, okay, what I'm doing right now, it's completely, you know, hopeless. People will not just come into your stream by accident. Because think about it. People have found a creator already. So why do they need a new one? You have to find a way to, you know, appeal to them and make them, you know, feel like, okay, it would be enjoyable to watch that other streamer as well. You need to find some way to, you know, basically advertise yourself. But Twitch doesn't really provide any kind of advertisement. Because if you're streaming a specific type of stream, like a certain video game, when you go to the, you know, to the list of the streams that are playing, a certain type of people playing that game, it's not going to be your stream that is going to be on top of the list. It's going to be someone who is already more successful than you. So this is the kind of mentality of, you know, those who are popular getting more popular, and those who have, you know, those who are not popular are fading in the obscurity, basically. That's the harsh truth, really. It's not the fault of the people who are popular, it's just that the site itself is structured in a way to, you know, always provide what most people are interested in. It's not easy to, you know, basically take the spotlight from someone else, or basically create a spotlight for yourself in order to have people, you know, watch you as well. Yeah, it was some people's game of the year. Issue is, on Twitch your problem looking at hundreds thousands of playing Hades. Twitch makes it hard to watch newer people. Also, when I hit a new streamer, then I am hit with multiple ads. I hate to admit, but I am less likely to give it a chance. Well, yeah, now it has gone even more horrible, actually. I know what, you know, I know that, you know, I get ads in the middle of the goddamn stream, and that is horrible. Because it's not like in TV where, you know, okay, commercial break, the movie stops, you watch a couple of, you know, advertisements, and then you go back to the movie. A live stream is a live stream. It's still going on, and you're watching a fucking ad. Are you kidding me? Like, nobody knows, at the moment you're watching an ad, you're probably going to, you know, lose some kind of great moment. And that would be so frustrating if it happened. So, yeah. YouTube, it's actually a little bit more forgiving, you know, unless the creator himself has put, ads in the middle of the video, which is only possible on structured videos, by the way, not on live streams. You will only get ads in the beginning or the end, so that doesn't really mean much. And again, it will be on a structured video, not on a live stream. And that's what YouTube does best, actually. Yes, YouTube doesn't have as much interactivity with the streamer as much as Twitch, but to me, I agree. Like, I prefer to watch something on YouTube because I will not get annoyed by ads instead of, you know, having one more chance amongst thousands of other viewers to interact with the streamer with some kind of, points system which they have, or some kind of video game that can also be interactive through, Twitch. To me, it's just better to just enjoy the stream and chill. Because this is something that I didn't really realize until very recently, actually. It's easier to interact with a streamer who is small and not many people comment on the streamer, because you can, basically the streamer who is new or he's not very big, he has the need to basically start a conversation with the viewers. But when it comes to a big streamer, most streamers don't even bother. Don't even bother with the chat anymore. They only bother with basically what's, I do not really know. I do not really remember on Twitch what it is, but basically they just cover up the super chats most of the time, and that's actually kind of fair in many ways. But at the same time, it's still a little bit. You're like, I really wanted this streamer to read my tweet, not my tweet. I really wanted this streamer to read my my comment because it was a smart comment. I have felt that. Anyway, I'm jumping from the one subject to the next. I'm sorry about that. What I just said right now, it probably didn't make a lot of sense, but still, like, you get it. Like, when it comes to YouTube, it's a little bit easier to grow up a little bit, if you ask me. When it comes to Twitch, actually, what I have realized is that it's on Twitch, you become famous mostly when you find yourself in a situation where someone makes a clip of you on YouTube, ironically enough, and then you get more viewers. Get it? I watch a lot of Twitch. Once you get a certain size, it's pretty much ignore most of the chat. They shout out big subs, etc. Now that is not every streamer, but it's a good majority. Well, they don't really have much of a choice, really. Tiger, hello. How have you been, my friend? We have Tiger. We have another inmate together with us. Sorry, Uni. Sorry. You brought this on yourself, huh? Let's be fair. You did. Livestream fails, or you do something dumb, etc. You could not agree more. Do I miss something? Well, not really. I'm just chilling a little bit. I didn't really felt like working today. We just watched the, Apex World Cup. Just that, and we are just having a nice chat. Yeah, I'm talking through the bars right now. Hey, look, if you want, I can put you with the other inmates. Let me show you. The one on the right, let me introduce you real quick. The one on the right is Hamburger. The one on the left is Kita. They're good people. They're just degenerates. Yes, they are viewers. They are from my last week's stream. They are not here today, but I do hope they show up if they have time. So what was I saying? He might the one on the right. Yeah, okay, if you feel like it. I mean, he looks tasty, not gonna lie. If you were to do anything, as long as it's not a degenerate act, I am not technically, willing to do anything to stop you. Prison food isn't great. I'll take what I can get. Shoot yourself. So what was I saying? Yes, I was talking about live streams. Look, when it comes to the relationship of a streamer and a viewer, I personally like when the streamer includes me, when they make me feel like, you know what, I am, as a matter of fact, a part of the stream, I prefer the one on the lip. Hey, Tiger. I told you, tread lightly, yeah. Just because you're an officer doesn't mean I cannot arrest you. Well, YouTube is a different beast. Gotta stay SFW here anyway. Well, true. True. It is true. Well, you can get lewd a little bit on YouTube, but you cannot go overboard. Not the way Twitch has. Like, let me tell you, I have heard stories, not gonna lie. It's not like I do not know what happens in... Sorry, sir. Well, rookie, what can you expect? What can you expect? They always need you always need to have an eye on them. Yeah, so YouTube is technically the kind of place where it is technically more safe. You can still find some fucked up shit, and you can still most of the time, find something naughty, but it's not going to be crazy. And that's good. That is truly good. Because it feels like, okay, you know what, on YouTube, you know what to expect. And most of the time, you feel like, okay, you are in some way protected. So, you can get behind that. Like, I know that YouTube is not perfect. They do have some problems themselves, but regardless, YouTube is something, as I said before, something that you can basically predict what you will find and where you will find it. So yeah. When it comes to tweets, it's hell. If the deeper you go, the more oof becomes. I agree, nice to have. Lack for a better word, a safe place. Yeah. As I said before, I think Uni will be in our list. She's already in our list. Tiger, what did you do? He just commented something that it was questionable, but I'll give him a pardon because he apologized. Tiger, in case you do not know Uni, she is one of the people we investigated yesterday. And she actually honored us by being here today. I do not know you, Uni. I'm sorry, but this is our job. Hey. As I've said before, our job is our job, but we cannot really go overboard, okay? We have to have an actual, evidence in order to do anything in this line of work. Having a police officer break the law, it's not something that is tolerated. So, let me put down a little bit the music. Okay. When it comes to, the interactivity, I prefer it when when a streamer actually, basically makes any viewer, or they make the viewers as much as possible included. Okay? Well, it's easy now to say because I now have like YouTube, right? But when if that number goes even up more, sometimes I will not be able to, include all of them or at the very least I will not be able to include everyone as much. Get it? So, but technically, you know, YouTube does provide that solution. You can make the chat go a little bit slower in the, you know, in the settings. So it's not like it's impossible, but it's unfortunate because you have to give priority. If you know have people who send super chats, you cannot really ignore the person who, yes, they basically support the channel. To put this kind of people aside for the people who, you know, just came here to have fun without really supporting. That does sound bad. That's why I'm thinking maybe it would have been possible if there was a stream where the superchats are turned off and it's just a chill stream to talk with the people in general. Just in general, you know, not have any VIP. Just have people have, you know, simple conversations with. And it doesn't matter if they are if they are supporting you too much, or they do not really support you much, they just come and go. Then again, there are also these streams that, you know, people basically make a Q&A on Twitter or anywhere really, and then people actually write down what they want to hear. I guess that's also something you could say that is you know, a structure in some way on streams. Well, it is kind of sad when you really think about it, because after that a divide is created. Because okay, you can have fun with what? So what are you drinking? Coffee? As someone from the UK, I'm a fan of tea. Oh, you are. Oh, that's right. You're from the UK. By the way, I have to be honest with you. I love the fact that we have created this small like community, even though we are technically in total like me and 4 people. That basically we are all people from all across the world. You are from the UK, Uni. Tiger is from Arabia. I'm from Greece. Hamburger is from Australia, and Kita, I think Kita is from America. Yeah. So yeah, I love this multicultural, you know, gang we have created. Yes, I am drinking coffee, by the way. It's easier for me to focus on the stream when I am actually decently awake. I do not really like drinking coffee, but I am not really focused if I do not drink coffee. So on my days off is Greece. Oh, I'm totally misplaced your accent. Hey, look, your internet might be slow, Tiger, but don't worry. Just reload the stream and you'll be back, I believe. Trust me, my internet is not good either. So that's probably on my side too, not just yours. So wait a minute. Uni, where do you think I was from? Give me like what you were thinking. I really want to know. Oh, and by the way, the fact that you are from the UK and you drink tea, like that's like the stereotype I love. Hey, actually, I had someone who I knew. We were playing PUBG. We don't really talk much anymore, but there was a person we were playing PUBG with, and he was from the UK. And at some point, like as we were running across the hill because we needed to, you know, evade the circle, he was left behind, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And I go to him and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm making tea. And I laughed my ass off because he was actually making tea in the middle of the match. From the internet I've seen, it sounds almost like a Russian English, but actually pretty great English. Also, tea is lovely. Yeah, it is lovely. Tea calms the nerves. That's true. Do you know Mata? What is Mata? Mata. God damn it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I know Mata. I know why also. Actually, I love that accent. I actually love that accent. It always brings a smile to my face. Hey, look, if it does sound like kind of a Russian English, that's probably because in some ways the Russian language does have a couple of well, it does have quite a few Greek words, so it does sound like it is a little bit Russian, but it's not Russian. I'm not Russian. I am Greek, yes. It's an Arabic drink. Man, are you serious? There is no way. Mate. Mate. What is a mate? Hey, the more I know. Yeah, that's why I love the fact that we have created this multicultural gang, as I said before. Because, you know, if you meet people from, not from your country, when you meet people from different cultures, you can always learn way more than people from your country. That's why I enjoy talking to people from many parts of the world, really. Honestly, one goal I have on my life is to have a friend from every single country in the world. If possible. It does sound kind of you know, it does sound kind of you know, an impossible task, but for me I would like to, you know, be oh, what is this? Japanese Aofi playlist music. What? Hey, I does have copyright. Okay, Japanese lo-fi music. Why not? What is this? Mate, also known as chimarrón, is a traditional South American caffeine-rich... Man, you're screwing with me, Tiger. What is this? I do not find anything... This is what... excuse me. Take off the TV. This is what I find. Are you kidding me? This is not... This is not the drink you said. Man, mate... There's no way. There's no way. There's nothing like that in this mate drink. There is no something like that here. There's only some kind of drink from. You're joking with me. It's not a drink. You're just saying mate because it sounds like it's a you know, British thing. Don't screw with me, man. Don't gaslight me. I'd just be fine with Pepsi, also Pepsi, Coke. You know, suit your tastes. I don't personally have... Oh, wait a minute. I just realized that my other screen, it doesn't have proper height. It has to be a little bit bigger. Wait a minute, why does it look like that? There we go. Now it's better. I just wanted to fix it for later in case I forgot. Mate sounds like a British thing, man. Are you kidding me? Okay, and when it comes to Pepsi and Coke, suit your tastes. Like, I understand why Pepsi might have better taste, but people just love Coke for the sake of, you know, the familiarity they have with it. I personally do not give a shit. I just like both, and I drink what I can get, you know? You're not joking. Man, you're not joking, but you're giving me a smiley face every time you're talking about it. Oh, and as I was saying, about that other British dude, we were playing PUBG at some point. They can like Coke, but they would be wrong. Well, true. I have actually watched the study of, you know, Coke being... actually, Pepsi being more tasteful than Coke. But as I said, they just like it for the familiarity. For the memories, basically. I have watched this one video on YouTube that basically, you know, describes the story of Coca-Cola. And it basically provides all the answers you want. To me personally, you know, you when people have some kind of opinion on something, okay, you know, respect their opinion. That doesn't mean that you have to agree with that their opinion, but you get it. Trust me, you will like it, man. I do not find anything called matah drink. Yeah, there is no such thing. What are you talking about? Maybe wait a minute. Are you talking about the cocktail Mai Tai? No. Man, if you actually want to, if you want, just send me the link, okay? As I was saying, respect other people's opinion, regardless of what they think, and even if you do not agree, just respect that, you know? I personally do not like picking sides, because when you pick sides and you are very strong on your opinion, it might lead to, you know, an argument. And it's kind of ridiculous to get into an argument such as, oh, you know, Pepsi is better, Coke is better, you know? Pepsi does have better taste, true, but Coke has succeeded, well, in a PR standpoint, like, in advertisement, basically. That's the thing. Get it? So basically, it's not like which one's better. It's the more of the question, which one does something better, you know? You gotta steep it. Looked like a herb, but you had to boil. Well, this is what I say. It does seem like a drink with, you know. Wait a minute. The territory of Guarani people. Province of Argentina, Brazil. Man, it's a South America caffeine-rich infused drink. Yes, it is made by soaking dried leaves of the yerba mate in hot water and is served with metal straw in a container typically made from a calabash gourd, the mate proper, but also in some areas made from a cattle horn, guamba. It does seem like, yeah, it is technically like a caffeine-rich infused drink, like a mix between a tea and a... How can I send link? Well, you go at the top of the page, you copy the URL, and then you paste the URL on the comments. You understand? At the top of the page, there's a URL up here. You type, you right click, copy, and then go to the thing, go to the comments, and you know, you type, you go paste. Get it? Just search in YouTube about matcha drink. Okay. Man, what's the deal with you wanting me to search now for matcha drink? It better not be something weird. Oh, mate drink. It is a type of tea, yeah. Well, I haven't tried it, but now that you mention it, maybe if I'll find it, I will try it. Thanks for the info, I guess. Really like the drinks. Yeah. It seems so. Yeah. As I was saying, and this UK guy, as we were playing PUBG at some point, we were talking about all kinds of all kinds of things. And at some point, he just came out of nowhere and he was like, I have been stabbed before. And we all like stay silent. Like me and my buddies, we all stay silent. And we were like, what the fuck was that just now? And then 1 week later, I realized that the fact that, you know, someone technically getting stabbed in UK, it's a meme. And I'm like, oh my god, he got us so bad. Sorry for talking a lot, but hey, look, it's not a, you know, it's not a problem. Express yourself however you want. Just don't expect, you know, just don't make us do anything weird, okay? I want you to understand, you know, I am a cultured individual and I do not want to have my stream plagued by anything that is going to make the situation difficult for anyone. Pretty please. I searched mate drink. It apparently is some kind of traditional tea. Apparently. What they say? Traditional drink out of a hollowed out gourd, specifically at Calabash. Okay. Hey, very much a meme. Guns, etc., are not permitted in UK, other than armed forces, etc. So knives, etc., are way more common. It's a bit of a meme, but it's not as often as people meme it to be. Yeah, apparently he memed it because he didn't actually add anything more to that. Like, he didn't really explain why he just said that. He said it out of the blue. We were all a little bit silent for a while, and then we just kept playing the video game. And he didn't add anything upon that. And I'm like, okay, we got trolled at that point, definitely. Oh, and by the way, yes, Greece is not much different. In Greece, weapon possession is not allowed. Only if you have some kind of special pardon, if you are some kind of rich man or, you know, you're a high-profile kind of person. You're not technically allowed for weapon possession, even if you have actually, you know, buy a gun. The only places you can own a gun and people not really give a damn about it, it's in the outskirts of, not the outskirts, but basically in villages around Greece, not in the big cities. In the big cities, if they found a weapon on you, even if it's a small pocket knife, you can get in huge trouble for that. Like even a small pocket knife for doing a simple thing as, you know, cutting up a fruit or something can be considered a weapon, not a tool. Like if you want to have a small knife on your car, for example, you don't have to have. It's not allowed to have it in the front, you know, in the anywhere in the front of the car. You have to have it on the tools, you know, on a toolbox, on the, you know, portbagage. How do you call portbagage in English? Give me 1 second. The boot lid. The boot lid. We cannot even buy one here. I mean, if you're rich enough, I guess you can get everything. Guns so fun. Man, guns are not fun. With guns you can get in trouble. I think we have a rule here for knives. Let me look. Listen to me, Tiger. Guns, look, they may be cool in some ways, but most of the time wielding a gun, it's not something that it's, you know, smart to do. You can get in trouble for many reasons. 3 inches long knife minimum by law here, and only for a good reason, etc. Capping or such. Maximum, I mean. Yeah. Same here. Same in Greece. I think for us it's even smaller. As I said, a small pocket knife, how much is it? Like 1.5 inches. Half of that. And you still have to have a good reason. Sir, don't forget you're an officer too. Yeah, well, I have... Hey, my friend. I do have a stick, you know. I bonk stick. I do not need a gun. Yeah. Again, you do not have equipment because you look cool with the equipment. You have equipment because it's meant to be used as tools. And I was talking more of a, you know, in a serious kind of way, that guns are not actually, you know, are not, you know, a smart thing to have on you. But still. Are you sure? Meh. Don't test me. As I said, yes, guns might be cool in some ways, but still, they are more trouble than they're worth. So, Uni, let me ask you, how's things in UK? Like, from your perspective, what it's like to live in UK? Okay, if you say. I'm glad we have an understanding, Tiger. Officer Tiger, sorry. I have to put the correct pronunciations. Man, this music is nice. I found this music by accident and it's actually very nice. I love this music. Uni, are you still with us? I would like to live in the UK. My friend, look. Let me say my opinion first, okay? So when it comes to UK, it's a nice place to live in, but it's still, you know, in every part of the world there are always, you know, something to, you know, there are the pros and the cons. And one of the cons I personally do not like is the fact that UK is a country that most of the time has rain or is cloudy. And I cannot live with that because in Greece we have more than 200 days of sun. So I am used to see the sun. I feel like I'm gonna go depressed if I do not see the sun at least once every 2 weeks. That's why I love and I hate America. Such a beautiful country, but they have some, at the least to me, weird views to freedom. UK is okay, but I live here, so I'm biased. Well, sure, I understand that. Well, look, America, it's like the country, just like my country. Yeah. America is like a country which is, in many ways, it's a first world country with third world problems. Not really screwing over America. America is not technically a bad country. You can do things if you are capable. Like, you can accomplish dreams there. But things are never easy wherever you go. And they do have some weird views on freedom, let me tell you. Like, shit. I do not really agree with capitalism, if you ask me. Because I feel like, you know what, this is the kind of mentality that will make the rich richer and the poor poorer. But then again, what do I know? Well, Greece is a complete change compared to my weather, huh? We get a lot of rain. Most of the UK hate it. We complain about anything, but personally, I love rain. Here, it's raining right now. Well, rain is good, yes, but not on a daily basis, if you ask me. Like, I do not know. On rainy days, I feel weird. I feel like I do not really want to work, you know? Like, I do not really have... I am not in the mood for work. When it's raining, I feel like sleeping all day. Or sitting and playing video games. I think we have the same thing, Uni. I'm glad you know, you're getting along, okay? But still, rain, it's a little bit difficult for me to accept it. Well, it's not like I hate rain, like it has to rain at some point, but not on the daily. Like, I do not really like the cold, and when it's raining, it gets very cold. Rain is good, but not when it's raining on you. True, true. Again, I cannot really accept rain. Because it shifts my mood a little bit. Like, I do not really know what to make of it. Most of the time I'm like, whenever it's raining, it's almost like half my activities are not possible. I cannot go outside. I cannot go, you know, I cannot go really anywhere because it's raining. I cannot go walk on a park or something like that. So if I was to go anywhere while it's raining, I'm gonna need a car. And guess what? I do not actually have a driver's license yet. So that's one of the main reasons why I probably don't like rain, because I am basically, I do not have any other alternative than staying inside. And that's like the main thing. Like, if you do not have a way to basically go anywhere because you don't have a car, you realize that, okay, you know what? Maybe it turns out it's not that good. It may be relaxing, yes, but still, you get it, right? Like, oof, it's tiring in many ways. When it comes to Greece, like, if you think about it, the weather is also very warm. It's the whole aesthetic, umbrella sounds, listening to lo-fi, chilling. Well, yeah, but that's also a problem because you get sleepy. But for some people, maybe that's not actually a bad thing. Being, having to listen to lo-fi, having rain and chill, it's fun and all. But as I said before, on a daily basis, it makes you kind of, lazy. And I'm actually, because I am a lazy person, I am trying to fight that, I do not really need reasons to be lazy. How hot was it for y'all in Greece this summer? We had the hottest UK weather, I think, even this year. Okay, look. When it comes to how hot it was, let me tell you something. I was standing and I was sweaty. I wasn't even fucking walking. And when I was outside, I was just standing and I was sweating. This is how hot it was. Typical officer response. Work, work, hey. The world will not, will not be fixed if someone doesn't work, That wasn't actually a good, comeback. But it's how I stand on that subject. I think nothing is the best. The rain is cold and summer is hot. I prefer spring. Well, good for you. If you were to ask me whether I prefer summer or not, look, I do prefer summer. But there is a bigger reason why I prefer the summer. It's because, for the most part, jobs are available during summer, because Greece, it's a country which it has a lot of tourism, right? So you find yourself in a situation where I feel like the country is more alive during summer, while the winter is the worst because there are no jobs anymore. As a matter of fact, things get so bad that people fire people because they cannot keep them anymore. There is not enough work for employees for the employers to keep their employees. Get it? That's right, Uni. This is what officers do. This may sound uncultured, but you get show over there at all. You get snow over there at all. It's not uncultured to ask if we get a certain type of weather. What is uncultured is doing something that is basically naughty. Don't get that wrong. So, yes, we do get snow, especially in the mountains. Now, in the cities, it's more difficult to get snow, but at certain very cold winters, we do. But we do not get them during winter. We get them on a little bit during the beginning of spring, like towards the February. That's when we get actual cold. It's kind of weird how the climate system has changed a little bit. I'm not sure if it always was like that. If you ask me, it feels like it feels kind of off. The fact that during December, January, things are the weather is not that cold, and when the February comes towards March, it gets so cold it actually snows. It's a little bit weird. It's like a month or two have been shifted a little bit. It's a little bit difficult for me to explain why that happens, but apparently it happens. Snow towards the end of February and the beginning of March. We had snow last year, as I said before. I'm not sure if we're gonna get this year as well. But it wasn't for too long. It was like for only 2 days. Like, snow melts way too fast in the city. Mountains, that's what's that? Cries in British. We have too much flat, and unless you're up Scotland. Okay, look, it's actually good that you don't have many mountains, because let me tell you, if you had mountains, it would have been even more cold up there. Most of the cold that comes down to the city, it's because of the mountains. It's because the mountain gets snow, obviously, because it's an elevated area, and then the breeze basically takes all this cold from the snow of the mountain and brings it all the way to the city, and that's how we have a cold moisture during the winter. And it's horrible because this kind of even though it's not technically too cold, the fact that the cold itself, it's moistured, it gets through your bones easily. Like, you get cold easily in Greece with the moisture there. Let me tell you something. I live in a village on a mountain. Ah, that explains why you have bad internet. Well, don't judge me, okay? I believe you agree on that as well. as I said before, mountains are not actually that good because whenever you go anywhere, we have a lot of like Greece. It's full of mountain terrain, basically mountainous terrain. So whenever you want to go somewhere, you cannot really go on a straight line. Greece is not really that big of a country, but you spend way too much time going around mountains, basically. And that's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. By the way, one of the main reasons why Greece it's not technically an industrial country, like we do not really make much of yeah, it's too bad to go around. Yeah. One of the main reasons why Greece is not an industrial country, it's because we do not really have enough flat terrain to have, companies build anything here, really. Everything in Greece, we have so many goddamn mountains that we do not really have enough space for us to build much. So in many ways, it's good that Britain has, flat terrain. Greece has to find other ways to, basically, provide funds for the country in some way, Most of the income of Greece comes from the tourism and because of the sailing companies. Greeks are very good sailors, actually. We have we have the biggest sailor force, basically, on the planet, as far as I know. Like bigger than Japan, bigger than America, bigger than China. We are the best when it comes to, transporting goods to other countries. For example, if someone in Japan wants spaghetti from Italy, it's the Greeks the ones that will ship it to Japan. But the good thing we have a good something like myocarde. I don't know what is the name for this thing. I do not know what myocarde is either. What do you mean? Sailing sounds fun. Well, yeah, I have a friend who is actually a sailor, who is on a ship of gas, basically. I do not really know how that is called in English. A gas ship, a ship that its shipment is gas, basically, fuel gas, and he has been away for almost how long? 7 months now. Sailing, it's fun, but it takes a lot of your assignments take a lot of time. He's going to be back next week, actually. It's Minecraft or something like that. Okay. You mean it's like a video game, Myocarde? Minecart, or Minecraft. I am an idiot. Sorry, I read that wrong. It's Minecart or something like that. Okay. Yeah, the long haul lines are and such. Yeah, well, you cannot really go to a company and have a 1 month contract. If you go to a company, you have to sign up for at least 6 months, if not more. And even though sailing is fun, in many ways, it's so time consuming and it's easy for someone to get homesick. For example, well, this best friend of mine is one of the main people I have as good friends. I do not really have that many friends, so I do miss him a lot, not gonna lie. I eagerly wait for his return because I really want to catch up for him for like 7 months being away. And he's basically right now. Where is he right now? The last time he told me, he's ironically enough, my friend is closer to you than me. Let me check up. Where is he right now? He said he said that he's somewhere around Britain, but where exactly? I cannot remember. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah, he travels between Liverpool and Ireland. This is where this is like his shipment. He goes from Ireland to Liverpool all the time. So yes, my best friend right now is closer to you, Uni, than me. So if you see him, say hello from me. Wonder how good the internet is on these big ships. It's not good. It's not good. I am trying to like call on him on Messenger, a single call, and he doesn't pick up. He cannot pick up. Only messages from Messenger. That's how good it is. Like only that. Only messages from Messenger and sending pictures. You cannot send videos. I know because I talk to him quite a lot, and I know that yeah, he's not capable a lot to, you know, to talk a lot, basically. Not talk a lot. I mean, he cannot communicate very well. Like I sent a couple of videos for him at some point. He could not see these videos. OMG, just thinking of not having Netflix. Real first world problems. Yes, it is a world. It is technically in a way a problem, but it's not like he cannot go prepared. You know, what I mean is. He has a laptop with him. He is allowed to take such belongings with him. So he has downloaded every movie he wants before the ship, before he departed, you know? So he basically, you have an alternative if you, you know, if you really want to have something to spend time on. Was gonna say your English is great. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me to get a compliment like that. It's you know, ironically enough, I know such good English not because I was taught, but because I couldn't afford decent classes. So I became self-taught when it comes to English after watching hundreds of thousands of hours of YouTube content. You have to do what you have to do if you want to, you know. If you want to do something, you have to make sure that you have the skills required, you know? Like you have to. Like I wouldn't be able to stream like this if I didn't know English. And let me tell you something. As I said before, I prefer to have people from all around the world to talk with instead of just Greeks. What about me, Uni? Who about my English? My friend. Do I need to point out that just now you made a mistake? Not who about, what about my English? Get schooled. No offense. I'm joking, Tiger. I'm joking. Sorry. What about? Sorry. You see? Better. Oh, even better. I know lots of countries teach multiple languages nowadays. In the UK, other languages are completely optional. We get to choose German, French. Look, in Greece we do that as well. but Greek, not Greek. That was by mistake. By mistake. Oh, well, understandable. It was by mistake. I was joking before. Don't worry about it. Look, in Greece you can also choose German or French, but English it's almost guaranteed that you have to learn it. You see, Greek has become the country that it's basically now dependent of knowing a second language at the very least. It's kind of sad, really, because before I fell on the rabbit hole of VTubers, basically myself, I did not know that Japanese people do not really learn English. And that came as a huge surprise to me because I was almost jealous about that. I was like, man, these people can live in their country and they are not actually almost forced to learn another language. Don't worry, I'm from the UK and I know many people who do English written better than me. Because to me, it's normal to just be natural. To others, it was more important to get right, so they are better. Ah, I see. Well, look. As I was saying, Greece, unfortunately, now is dependent on knowing a second language, especially because of the tourism department. And it is, if you really think about it, it is kind of sad. Like, you cannot really live in your own country without knowing one more language. Like, basically, your country is dependent on the fact that you have to know a different language. It is what it is. I do not regret that I learned English. It's very useful to me. It's something that I would have probably done. I would have probably learned even if I didn't really need it to. But as I said, Japan really surprised me. Japan is defiantly more of an isolated country, so yeah, they tend to not bother with it. Not that they don't teach it, but it's just less a thing. Well, yeah, but that means that they can survive without it, get it? To me, it gives off the idea that my country cannot survive anymore without you knowing English. I mean, it is more or less likely to find a job if you know English, get it? Every youngster knows English in some way. Tiger, you live on a mountain village. You're far in the countryside? Like Arabic, I don't think two people can speak Arabic. Too many people can speak Arabic, you mean? Ah, wait a minute. Like Arabic, I don't think two people can speak Arabic. Like too many, yeah. What do you mean they can't? You mean they can't? They can't. They don't. You don't think they can speak Arabic? Wait a minute. I lost you there. I'm trying to process what you are saying and I didn't get it. Sorry. You mean that people do not really, they do not, want to learn Arabic in other countries, or? No, it's not that far from country uni. Ah. So you're close in a city, you mean? You live in a mountain village, but I mean too many people. Yeah, but you mean too many people in your country, or outside of your country? Like, not many people want to learn Arabic? Is the main language of India, etc., Arabic, or I'm being dumb? No. Arabic, I don't think it's the main language of India. Wait a minute. No, it's mostly in Africa and a little bit of the Western Asia. We can go for the country by the terrain. Being dumb, just Google it. Yeah. No big deal. It's understandable that many people might not really know exactly the countries that are actually speaking Arabic. Arabic is so hard for an English person. Well, understandable really, but because it has its own alphabet. Like, it's not very similar to Greek. Like, if you think about it, Iraq, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, etc. Yeah. If you really think about it, in Greek it's a little bit more simpler, really, for an English person to learn. Because regardless of how complex the language itself is, the alphabet, it's not that different. So it is technically more simple because it feels a little bit familiar. But to learn a language like Arabic or Chinese or any other language really that doesn't really have the same alphabet that Europeans use for the most part, it is more difficult, yes. I personally really want to learn Japanese, but my friend, let me tell you, if you really think about it, Greek is the most Western language of the world. Like, you cannot get more Western than Greek, right? So, trying to learn the most Eastern country's language, Japanese, let me tell you, it's a whole different mindset. It's madness, I'm telling you. I love learning about old Greece from the Assassin's Creed game, where they had like depicted lore towers in game. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Origins. It's not Origins. Origins is in Egypt. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I do have that game, and I love it. I love it to death. It's the first truly accurate RPG that has a setting in Greece. I know that many people didn't like this game because it wasn't very much Assassin's Creed-like, but let me tell you, it's in Arabic, but it's different. In Syria we have our own language. It's an Arabic, but it's different. I get it. So, in Assassin's Creed Origins, even though it wasn't very much Assassin's Creed-like game experience, and people didn't like it for that, I love the fact that it wasn't actually an Assassin's Creed game. Because it gave it its own identity. Like, for me, the fact that it didn't have a hidden blade and it had a broken spear, Alexios or Cassandra, depending on who you choose, it was something that it was unique. I love the broken spear more than the hidden blade. Because it was its own thing, you know. I'm a sucker for Assassin's Creed. Also, I love sailing. Yeah, and the songs as well. The songs, man. Man, I can actually sing one of the songs. For Poseidon, actually. Do you want me to put the Sea Sandies of Greek? I love the songs. The songs were so good, and the music in general. Ubisoft always gets the music right in all of its games, regardless of whether the game itself is successful or not. But let me tell you, as a Greek, I confirm that yes, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's actually a very accurate game. They got so many things right. And the voice actors for Alexios and Cassandra are actually Greeks. They are actually Greeks, yes. I have watched the interview. They are truly Greek. And I love the fact that, you know what? Ubisoft might... yes, music is always on point. I know. Like... Let me explain it to you like this. Ubisoft might seem that it's milking its franchise to the bone, but they always put effort in making the aesthetic just right. The Assassin's Creed games are the only games that actually have this diverse culture in each game. Like, you want to play in Rome, you play Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. You wanna play in Jerusalem, you play the first Assassin's Creed. You wanna play in America, you play Assassin's Creed 3. You wanna play in the Caribbean, Caribbean Sea, you play Assassin's Creed 4. Origins if you want to be in, in Egypt. Unity if you want to be in France. Syndicate if you want to be in the UK. Hell, it's so good. If you want to be in in Norway, but technically Norway is kind of connected with UK as well, but still you're playing as a Viking, you play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And it's always on point. The culture is always very good. There is only one complaint I have on the... I'm so glad that confirmed an Edo Japan one. That's my next biggest one. Well, true, yeah. Well, they were bound to do it at some point. Truth be told, I knew they would come to Greece eventually, ever since I realized that they had, when I realized that Syndicate was in UK, Unity was in France, I was like, okay, they're gonna come to Greece at some point. I know that for sure. The next game was Origins. It was in Egypt. Disappointed. The next game, Odyssey, in Greece. I was like, yes, finally. The one complaint I have about Assassin's Creed Odyssey is that it's just one. Just one. It removed the fucking shield. Let me tell you something. When it comes to a Greek warrior, an hoplite, hoplites, when it comes to a Greek warrior, the shield is the most important thing. You cannot create a phalanx without a shield, okay? And you know why it pisses me off so much? Not because it didn't have really a shield, but because Assassin's Creed Origins, it has a shield. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it has a shield. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they removed the fucking shield. And that was like so... It was pain, pure pain. When I saw Leonidas in the beginning of the game throwing away the shield, I was like, fuck this. And it's kind of sad because it's not like they didn't have the mechanics or the animations, because enemies in the game do have shields, get it? We have Awoken the Ancient Greek in you. Yeah. Yeah. Assassin's Creed is the one game which, let me tell you, I can grind without feeling bored. Because it's my country and it's the only game of its own, that actually gets it right. God of War disappointed me. Not because it was a bad game, but because it didn't really depict Greece correctly. It was visually appealing, but it wasn't very accurate story-wise. Realistically wise. Other games, well, there is Legends of Troy, for example, if you know it. Good game, but still, it falls in a weird formula kind of way, and still, it's not an open world game, unfortunately. So, when I really think about it, there aren't that many, ancient Greek games that actually get it right, and it's kind of sad, but. Yeah, unfortunately, the main reason why Assassin's Creed Origins is Origins. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it's such a good game, it's because it's the only one of its kind. Really, yeah. And even I didn't know many things about Greece until I played that game. Let me tell you something, I suck at geography, okay? But because of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I learned a couple of things about my own country. For example, I did not know that besides, basically Kefalonia, the island, which you start off from, it's close to Ithaca. I did not know that. I had to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey in order to find that out. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was something else. It's kind of hard. It's a little bit sad to know that this game has been out for 3 years now. 4, close to 4 years. But it was so good. You could learn so many things. Like there was one point where you basically go to the more you know, huh? Yeah, the more you know, truly. If you want to learn history, if you want to, learn a culture, go play Assassin's Creed, regardless of, country. It's an educational experience, to say the least. To say the least, it is truly an educational experience. So that's why Assassin's Creed will forever be a good franchise, regardless of what people say gameplay-wise. Do any big statues still stand in Greece? Well, statues no, but structures yes. Actually, Rome has more statues than Greece, unfortunately. But you see, Rome had, survived way more than Greece. Let me see. If you want to see statues, most of the statues are not actually outside, are in museums. Oh man, you're both talking about this game and I don't know anything about it. Well, look. Just, again, it's not really necessary for you to know anything. If you have a question, just ask. Nothing to be sorry about, Yuri. As I said before, you don't really need to know. You can just ask if you have any questions. We do have, quite a few. Excuse me, I'm in the way. We have quite a few, as you can see, but they are all in museums. They are not actually outside. This is Zeus, by the way, in case you didn't realize. Oh, this statue. This statue is actually the Nike of Samothraki. In case you do not know, Nike was the goddess of victory. And actually Nike in Greek means victory. Means won. I won. Many of the deities of Greece actually are tied up to the actual, language itself. I have games on my phone. Greek language always looks very cool to me. Very mystical looking. Well, yeah. It is technically a language that actually has... English is very much structured in Greek. You basically know Greek already. There are so many words that actually you use every day and are Greek and you do not even know it. For example, the word apocalypse. It's referred to as something catastrophic, right? But actually in Greek, apokalypsi means reveal. Get it? The word butter. It's a Greek word. Yeah, butter. Many of the illnesses, for example, are based on Greek, studies, and they are also pronounced basically in Greek. Like, how would I? Let me think of a sickness. Pneumonia. How do you call that in English, actually?
Pneumonia.
The pneumonia. In case you do not know, pneumonas in Greek is lung. So pneumonia, it's actually a sickness of the lungs. Get it? It's way more simple than you realize because it has very big structure. When I say that the English language is very straight lines and curves, where Greek and others have lots of curves and add-ons to letters and such. When we will start our work, sir? Well, I do not really know if we will work together. We will work today. I feel like, you know what? Let's just pretend that this stream was just us, no, excuse me. Basically keeping an eye on the prisoners. Okay, let's just cover it up like that. So, Uni, yes, actually the Greek language has, does have a lot of add-ons, yes. It has a lot of detail, really. No work today, all laugh and play. Well, yeah. Because as I said before, I do not really have much of a structure. So I feel like, you know what, if I start working now, it will technically become a little bit boring. So, yeah. Yard time all day. Yeah, yard time. Consider it yard time, yes. That's why we just hang out on my office. You see, Greek, it's a language that truly has very, very big detail. And that's true. It has a lot of detail. Like even I as a Greek, if I see written a word, I know how to pronounce it immediately. Let me give you an example. I have said this example before, but I really wanted to say to let you know as well. The word meme. The word meme, it's a recent word. It came out like what, 10 years ago? Okay, I'll be around if you need me. Okay, be on standby, officer. The word meme. It's a word that basically the games is not for me. Well, true, but still, if you have any questions, feel free to, ask anything. The word meme, when it came out like what, 10 years ago approximately? Many people didn't know how to pronounce the word meme, right? Some people were calling it meme. Some other people were calling it mimi. Some other people were calling it meme. That's because the English language does not provide the details in order to know how to pronounce a word if you do not know it. But in Greek language, we do have the tones, we do have the actual structure, and every single word, every single letter, actually, it's meant to be pronounced exactly as it's written. Get it? So, if you were to say a word, if I was to learn a word that I have never heard before, yes, I can pronounce it correctly on my first try. Because my language is structured exactly the way it is. There is no certain way to pronounce it. For example, let me find a word real quick. What's worse, America and the UK both pronounce things different too. You see? Yeah. For example, the word wars. You just said what's worse, right? The word wars. The final E is not actually loud, right? Well, if it was in Greek, since it's written, that means that it has to have a sound, right? So the actual word would be warsy, not wars. Get it? Because it has to be pronounced exactly how it's written. And that's how exactly, many words in English are exactly written how it, words basically that are basically have Greek origin, but at the same time, they are technically also English words because they are used in English, but they sound differently. For example, let's say Zeus, right? Zeus, it sounds like that, but for Greek, it's like when the word E and the word U, not the word, the letters. When the letter E and the letter U are connected, they either make a combination of F or Ev. So his actual name was never truly Zeus. His actual name was Zephs. Zeus. Get it? This is how the Greek called Zeus. Zeus has actually two names. We say it Zeus, like Kratos, eh? Zeus. I came to take my revenge. But you get it? Zeus has two names actually. His second name is Dias. This is how the Greeks actually call him. But the second name also exists. Zeus. As I said, like the other word, pneumonia. If you were to read it exactly as it is written, it would actually spell pneumonia. Exactly how it's written in Greek. Get it? Greek, it's not a language that you make it however you want. Greek is a language that it's built, structured in a certain way, and the language itself obeys the language itself. Nobody can control Greek. Because Greek has a certain, structure. It's made in a certain mindset. And it's basically equal for everyone. You cannot just create a word and pronounce it differently. Except if you are from a village, there are technically different, accents. Yes, but that doesn't have to do with how the language itself is actually structured. Get it? One more thing, for example, it would be let me think. I want to say something right now, but I forgot it, right? Wait a minute. God damn it, it slipped my mind. Damn it. Yep. Well, yeah. That's how things are. Ironically enough, it's not really that difficult to learn Greek because much of English language is, it has taken Greek words. So you basically also, as I said before, you know Greek. Technically, you already know some Greek. You just have to learn the mindset of how Greek language it's used. Now I remember what I wanted to say. In the Greek language is structured in the idea that you have to make connections quickly. Unlike Japanese, for example, which is a language which it's based upon having someone at a certain status and always elevating themselves. So that's how Japanese works. It's a very different mindset. In Greek, it's not like that. The Greek language is mostly like it's basically, as I said before, you have to make connections and you have to make connections quickly. That is basically the reason why, English to stole everything back in your day, just stole. Yeah, well, they wanted to make an empire. The English wanted to have, the English empire, so they really set that goal. They really wanted to do that. They really wanted to make an English empire, so. Yeah, good for the English, I guess. You see, in Greek, in ancient Greece, there were no countries. There were only city-states. Get it? At one point in history, Greece had over 1,000 city-states. They were all technically Greeks, but each city had its own laws and its own lifestyle. Get it? There were no alliances between huge countries. The Greeks were never truly that much united in ancient Greece, right? So anybody could go wherever the hell they wanted, whenever they wanted. Nobody would judge them, as long as you didn't find yourself in any danger from bandits and shit like that. And that is the main thing, though. The dangers of that ancient world were bandits, pirates, thugs, wild animals. So you needed connections in order to survive, right? So For example, in Greek language, the names themselves are tied up to the gender. There is a male version of a name, and then there is a female version of a name. There is no, there is not basically a genderless name. So that is something that doesn't really work with, this modern world's ideals. The fact that the very moment you tell me your name, I already know the gender you are. We are safe in here, the bandits are all locked up. Well, right now, yeah. But back then, it wasn't like that. But you get me, right? Like, now we have so many, like, especially from English or even in Japanese language, we do have genderless names, but Greek does not work like that. The Greeks didn't really think that, you know what, in 2000 years from now, we will have more than two genders. That's not something that actually, applied in the Greek language. So you have a name, that means that name is tied up to your gender, no matter what. You cannot change that. Yeah, the way social norms are nowadays, that's gonna be a weird stepping stone for Greeks. Yeah, well, look, I personally do not like it to offend other people. I understand that some people might have a certain, feeling towards themselves to not really, be like what they are technically actually are. Get it? What I'm trying to say is that someone might be gay, right? So, okay. I do not want to offend them on that. They have some pronouns that they have chosen, for example. But my language does not allow that. It does not allow me to, give you pronouns because the language is based upon facts, not about what you want. The language does what the language wants. You cannot change the language how you want. Get it? It's difficult. That's why people probably consider Greek a difficult language to learn. When in reality it's not really that difficult. You just have to have the proper mindset of how the logic of the language itself works. Get it? Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I'm glad you understand. Truth is, modernity has a way of. Anyway, it's good to learn too many languages. It's good to learn languages indeed, but you have to make sure that you will not overburden yourself with too many languages because, especially if you are learning European languages, they are not truly that different. They just have certain aspects different. For example, if you were to ask me, French, German, and Spanish have many words that technically are shared between all of these languages, but they are just sounding somewhat different. And if you were one of those people who you want to learn all of these languages together, you might find yourself in a situation where you will probably confuse which pronunciation is for each language. So if you really want to learn a language, it would have been better to just learn a language that is way different from the language that you already know. Get it? This is how I feel personally. I'm not sure if it really makes sense, but I believe that's how it should be for most people. That's why I'm actually drawn so much to Japanese, because I see that this language is so much different from the languages I already know, which it's almost impossible for me to confuse them, right? China has like 36 different versions of the same Chinese, but with different dialects. Yeah, I have heard of that. Many video games I have played, I have seen like they have actual traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese. It can make you understand any human. Yeah, it makes you sympathetic in many ways. Yeah, it makes you diverse in different cultures, and that's actually nice. I actually love video games that actually provide this different cultures kind of thing. For Honor, for example. For Honor has actually almost all, all the ancient warriors thrown into an arena, and it's so good. It has the Vikings, it has the knights. Some of the classes of the knights are also, of basically Eastern European. For example, the Centurion could also be like a Spartan. Or the Centurion obviously is Roman, but he can also be customized to look as a Spartan. I have done that. And it looks so cool. The Gladiator as well. There is also the Chinese faction, which they added, the so-called Empire faction. Obviously, the Imperial Japan kind of faction, with the samurai and all that. And it's actually so cool to have like so many different warriors from so many different sides of the world clash together. It's awesome. Japanese Nahigito lady myself, best class. Wait a minute, what? Japanese Nahigito lady myself, best class. What do you mean? I lost you. Wait a minute, what Nahigito means? Let me find the name, okay? Take your time. I'm here. Not gonna lie, these talking streams are truly way more appealing even to me. I love talking to people. So... No bush. Oh, you mean the class of the... Nah. Yeah. Yeah, the wife. Yeah. Everybody seems for her. Japanese lady with a spear. I know. So you play For Honor. Excellent. So you know. Yeah, I personally love, I really want to, push forward my own country's, culture as well. So I customized the Centurion to look a lot like a Spartan. I put on the correct colors and such, and I also participated in the For the Creed event, which provided, if you know, the mask of basically it looks like a mask, but it's basically the Spartan helmet of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And every time I do an execution, it looks like my Centurion turns into a Spartan. It looks really good, let me tell you. And I have customized also the Gladiator as well. The Gladiator doesn't really look like a Greek, but the truth is that the Gladiator is actually... There were gladiators that were Greek actually in history, the Thracians. They actually existed, yes. And then I found out also a little bit while ago that Griffon, at a certain level, he has a special armor, that the Protector's armor, which is exactly like a Spartan armor. And it also has a Spartan helmet, and I grind so hard to get that. And I have it now, and I basically have now 3 Greeks to flex on. I used to hate love the Centurions, knocking me over and stabbing me while down every damn time. Yeah, I know, it is annoying, but this is exactly the kind of fighting style that even I, as a real person, IRL, I'm like. You know, this is like the kind of berserker kind of fighting style. You know, you kick someone, you punch someone, and then you pin them down with your weapon. It's perfect. Truth is that, you know, the Japanese have elegance. They are swift what they do when they fight. Some could say that, you know, the Japanese it's almost as if they are dancing when they do something, and they are really good at it. That is, while we Europeans are way more aggressive. What we do, it's like pure like force. Just imagine, like, just think about Kratos fighting someone. The brutality he has. You're dangerous. I know. That's why they made me warden of this prison. That's why I have a bonk stick. And they made sure to make it as heavy as possible because when I bonk someone, they do not wake up after 2 days. But that's the truth, really. For example, Kratos himself, when he fights as you know, in a pancration kind of fighting style. Pancration is actually the, you know, the ancient Greek martial art. And ironically enough, Assassin's Creed Odyssey had a quest that was dedicated to pancration, truth be told. It's believed that pancration is actually the mother of all martial arts. And it's very, very brutal fighting, I'm telling you. Like, it's actually a military martial art, pancration, because the goal is not to just, survive, but it's also, it's to make sure that you will eliminate your enemy. I love Kratos. Completed all the God of War games. Yeah, me too. I haven't played Ragnarok yet because I haven't bought it. But let me tell you, when I buy it, I will platinum that game as well. I love all of the God of War games too. And I am actually a mad fan of God of War Ancient. It's an unpopular opinion, truth be told. But it is a really good game. And people do not really give it as much credit as it deserves. God of War Ancient, unfortunately, it was the only God of War that actually got translated in Greek. The last game of the series, which is also the first one in timeline. You love gays, officer? Are you stupid? No, of course, I'm straight. What do you mean? Hey, having sympathy for someone and consider them their friend, it doesn't mean that you are sexually attracted to them, you know? If you like the 2018 version, you would love it. Yeah, I know, I actually platinum 2018's version. Any and all are good. Yeah, true. All of them have something, that basically it entertains you. You never really you're getting bored of it. Sorry. It's alright. Hey, don't get me wrong, I do not have anything, against gay people, but, from my perspective, I cannot really understand them because I do not feel like them. But that does not mean that I hate them. I'm not really against them, but at the same time, I cannot really be with them either. I know that the VTubing community has a lot of people who are, either bisexual or gay or lesbians or whatever. But I do not really pay them much, attention because I consider them people like any other normal person and I just move past that. In the latest behind the scenes of Ragnarok on YouTube, you can see the Greek actor talk to the people about it. In Ragnarok, you say, which Greek actor? I thought Kratos... wait, you mean in the Greek translation? Yes, I know. Yes, you see, God of War Ancient was the first game that was actually translated in Greek. God of War 2018 has a Greek translation as well. As far as I know, probably Probably Ragnarok also has a translation, a Greek translation. But what's really disappointing to me is that they really needed to have all the trilogy as translated. It's kind of sad to know that Kratos never truly had in the Greek era a Greek voice, and it's kind of sad. But what can you do? That's why God of War Ascension is also it is technically my favorite from the Greek era, because it has Greek translation. It's the only one of the Greek era that has a Greek translation, and it also had a Greek translation on the online as well, and it had a good online. Let me tell you. The Kratos voice. Yes, I haven't. As I've said before, I haven't actually watched. I haven't played God of War Ragnarok, so I do not really want to get spoiled. So if I was to watch behind the scenes videos, I really want to play the game first and then go watch the behind the scenes. Hey, by the way, Uni, I have to ask you something. Wait a minute. What the heck is Kratos? Man, you cannot be serious. You do not play video games, right? Wait a minute. You watch VTubers, but you do not actually play video games? That's actually surprising. I mean, I get that Kratos might not be, no, I get that you might not know Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I am surprised that you do not know Kratos. He is the protagonist of the video games, God of War, and this video game is a first-party Sony exclusive video game that is created by Santa Monica. If you're not a PlayStation player, then you wouldn't know of it. If you're playing on a phone, as you said before, or you're playing on a PC or an Xbox, then you probably have never heard of God of War, possibly. Same as I was dumbfounded when it's not actually Hercules, but Heracles or something. Yeah, he is Heracles, actually. I don't watch too many VTubers. Well, I do feel honored that I am one of the few VTubers that you actually do watch then. Thank you so much, Tiger. Well, yes, it is actually, in Greek, we do not actually have the H in front of everything. This is something that is actually believed in outsiders' perspective. You see? Just you and other one, that's all. Wow. Well, I am glad that I am one of the people you watch regardless. Thank you. You see, his actual name is not... it's not Heracles either. It's actually Iraklis. Iraklis. It's always pronounced a little bit different. Like, one more thing that might surprise you is that we are not actually Greeks either. I am not a Greek. I'm not joking. I am not a Greek. What do I mean by that? Disney gave me wrong impressions. Well, yeah, truth is that many works of fiction are not actually very accurate. For example, the movie 300 is not actually either, it's not accurate either, but it is technically accurate to the events. It's not accurate on the facts, but still. You have to actually learn the history as it's, as it's written, not as not the way it's romanticized or presented. So when you watch a movie or play a video game, it's a nice way to get interested first, and then go watch what was actually the facts behind all that. Anyway, as I was saying before, Uni, I am not actually Greek. You see, Greeks, or Greki, how they were actually called, they were actually, people from the, from colonized cities in Sicily, in, for example, the southern part of Italy. What? No way. You're telling me 300 sweaty buff dudes held off and kicked guys down holes? I'm ruined. Hey, I'm not sure if they were actually, as buff as they were shown in the movie, but they were definitely kicking people down the holes. You cannot dispute what was happening back then. I'm joking, obviously. So, as I was saying, the Greeks, which the people actually know of, there were people that colonized cities in the southern part of Sicily. So you cannot really consider let me explain to you like this. You cannot consider every Greek a Spartan, right? That's right. Not every Spartan, every Spartan is a Greek, but not every Greek is a Spartan, get it? So, considering the fact that we are named Greeks, but the Greeks were never truly the whole, or the whole of us, they were only people from that certain part of the world, then we're not Greeks. In reality, we're called Hellenes, if you have heard that before. If you have heard of the Hellenistic period, yeah, we are Hellenes, not Greeks. But you see, this is something that might surprise you. It was kind of deserving. What do I mean by that? The Greeks, when they basically creating the geography of the world, because back then the Greeks were actually, in front of almost everything when it comes to, civilization. They were the ones who first discovered most of Asian countries, right? So we were the ones who named these countries the way they are pronounced today. But the thing is, we didn't actually name them how they were actually called by the natives. We made names ourselves for them. And in the end, it was basically karma, a payback for our insolence for doing something like that to other civilizations. In the end, the Hellenes themselves are not called Hellenes, they are called Greeks. The irony, huh? Well, I have not heard, not that I note. I also have to go now. Stuff to do. Love the chat. Keep the prison in check. Yeah, okay. Yes. If you have other business to do. Can you answer me one quick question, though, before you leave? Who is making your art? Are you making your art? Because regardless of how naughty your art is, it is technically very good art. Not gonna lie. Partially. Is AI generated art? Then again, I wouldn't know if it was. Part human, part AI. I take art already made and enhanced via AI art. Oh. Well, that's something that I have been thinking of doing myself. Just because I want to have my feed a little bit more, nicely presented. But I am not actually sure if it's... I'm not actually sure how to do it. But, maybe I should put some thought into it if I was to do it in the future. Anyway. Don't let me keep you. Some people feel it taboo to artists, others don't. My plan is to use AI for my general reference and move over once my model is done. Well, yeah, that's actually a kind of a smart thing to do. It is technically taboo in some cases, but if you are one of those people who cannot really afford art and it's actually something that you call out that it's AI art generated, I do not see where you're not, immoral about it. It's not a replacement for proper hand-done art. True, it's not. But still, it's a different solution. So I understand. Anyway, as you said, don't let me keep you. have a good day. I was very happy that you joined us today. I will be streaming again on Wednesday, probably a video game. I'm not sure. So, if you have time, check up again. But yeah, have fun. Great stream. Love the chat. Thank you, thank you. Have a good day yourself. Maybe I should be closing the stream anyway. It's been 3 hours and I feel like, okay, you know what? I have probably been streaming for way too long. I'm not sure if as I've said before, no, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. Wednesday, it's the last day of the month, so probably I will be streaming one more Cultured World stream. I'll see. I'm not sure. I'll see what I can do. So perhaps I should be closing as well. Because, okay, 3 hours, it's enough. Also, I do not really plan on having anything more. It was truly a chill stream. Oh, excuse me. I got a hiccup. Sorry. It was truly a chill stream. And I feel like, okay, you know what? It is good enough to close it here. Again, Uni, thank you so much for being here. Tiger, thank you for being here as well. And I'll see you again in the next stream, I hope. Man, I have to be honest with you. This music is actually very good. The lo-fi Japanese music is actually very chill. Better than the jazz, if you ask me. I appreciate it more than the jazz. Anyway, have a good weekend, I suppose. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening. Okay? I'll see you again next time. Okay? Okay. Bye-bye. I'm still here. Fuck. Bye.